The Bill and Hill Show. The wildest moments from yesterday's release of the Clintons' on-camera testimony about Jeffrey Epstein. From confrontational clashes.
Epstein said, you quote, like them young. Why would Epstein say that about you?
That's not true.
To recasting conspiracy theories.
You described Pizzagate as a baseless conspiracy theory, alleging you and others ran a child sex trafficking ring from a Washington pizzeria basement.
I mean, I expected a lot of interesting questions today, but Pizzagate was not on my list.
MAGA on the warpath. As polls show, the majority of Americans object to U.S. involvement in Iran. How some of the president's most vocal supporters are lashing out.
No one should have to die for a foreign country.
This is not the United States' war.
We have seen enough of our American troops dead and murdered for foreign countries.
Then, Zach Braff talks about giving fans what they've been waiting for by getting back into Scrubs. Broadcast journalism icon and former GMA co-anchor Joan Lunden is sharing her life beyond the script, on and off camera. And former co-host Elisabeth Hasselbeck's back at the table as our special guest co-host. Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, Anna Navarro, Sunny Hostin, and Alyssa Farah Griffin. Now let's get things started.
To the View. Yes, we love you too. We love all of y'all. Every last one of you. And y'all too, watching us. We love you as well. And joining us all week at the table.
Thank you, I'm back.
I missed you yesterday.
I missed you too, dear.
That's right. Everybody looks good, smell good, everybody's doing well. Please welcome back former co-host and author of the new children's book, God's Masterpiece, Elisabeth Hasselbeck.
Happy to be with you all.
Well,
thankful to be here. Joy.
It's like the old days.
I missed you.
With me and Elizabeth. You know, we went. How long were we here together?
Too long. And no, I'm just kidding.
Wasn't it like 10 years?
I've loved, it had to be 10 years together.
Yeah, but your table
Joy and
was
I are like
this
family.
big. Yeah.
Whoopi and I are like family.
Yeah.
And now I have new family, new sisters. So this is actually
these little kids.
so
Remember?
sweet.
Now they're in college.
They're tall and
I always
stunning.
tell this story, but I'll tell it again.
Yeah.
I said to Barbara Walters, we're going to get old on this show. She said, you're going to get old anyway. She was right.
Yeah.
She's right.
Well,
Joy's doing it at the same rate. You saw all of our kids born here on the program.
Yeah.
Whoopi, you've gotten to know our children, and I wish they're all grown now. They watched yesterday.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they had comments, and they love you all. So they sent me some feedback. So it's just fun as they grow.
Yeah.
You know you're close to Joy when she starts making fun of the clothes that you're wearing. She said outside that she looked like a Wedgwood china pattern.
Thank you.
I thought it looked like the stained glass in a church. And I love it.
I love this. It's a set. It's two pieces.
Could eat like a whole meal on you.
Yeah. That's when you know Joy Behar loves you.
Hey, we're back. We're back, baby.
That's when you know.
Yes,
true.
this is my life. But let's get to what's been going on, because yesterday the House Oversight Committee released hours of video testimony from former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, where they were asked about their ties to Jeffrey Epstein, including the moment when Congresswoman Lauren Boebert released a photo in the middle of the proceedings. Take a look.
There's photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room.
If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's sake. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well,
I would like to take a break at this moment.
yeah,
I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
In 2017 speeches and interviews, you described Pizzagate as a baseless conspiracy theory, alleging you and others ran a child sex trafficking ring.
Pizzagate was totally made up. It was an outrageous allegation that ended up hurting a number of people. I can't believe you're even referencing it.
Now that you know that Jeffrey Epstein recruited girls as masseuses, does that reframe that photograph and knowing that there were girls on the plane that were being abused?
She wants to know if I feel bad about it, yes.
One of the witnesses who testified in the Epstein cases that Epstein said, you quote, like them young.
That's not true.
What's not true?
That I have any interest in underage.
I didn't say underage, I said young.
But it's still not true.
Is an intern young?
Yes.
Oops. That was a shot. That was from Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, I say, you know, say what you want about the Clintons. Have any of the women, or has anything in those emails pointed to them as being guilty or having anything to do other than
Well, he's in the bathtub.
knowing?
He's in a hot tub with one.
Bathtub's different. Hot tub.
Yeah.
In the hot tub. And he took several flights on Epstein's plane.
Yes, but
for
my
his
question,
charities.
my question is, has he been accused by any of the accusers?
I don't think
No.
so.
No,
Okay.
Monica
That's-
Lewinsky has
okay.
not really come
But-
after him, has she?
That
We're
has
talking
not,
about the
no, we're
Epstein
talking about the
files.
I
Epstein.
know, but she's talking about his girl. Any
No, I'm
woman.
I'm talking
just
about from the Epstein
Yeah,
files.
just
Have
Epstein.
any of the women
I don't think so.
come out and said, this is what Bill Clinton did?
I don't
No.
know.
So what were they looking, because they had access, what I don't understand is they had access to all the information.
Yes.
So they were asking questions in order to...
I think it was clearly partisan. I think, you know, you had someone like Les Wexner who testified before the House Oversight Committee, yet not one single Republican showed up for that. Yet every Republican showed up for this. I find it very interesting that the Clintons were called, they were subpoenaed to testify, they provided affidavits like many other people. They were still forced to come before the committee. They did so. Yet, the New York Times has identified more than 5,300 files containing over 38,000 references to President Trump, his wife, First Lady Melania, and his Mar-a-Lago club. Melania Trump, actually, in these files, had such a wonderful correspondence, a friendly correspondence with Ghislaine Maxwell in 2002. And let's remember, Jeffrey Epstein was trafficking women from 2002 until 2005. In an email, October 23rd, 2002, written before she was married to Trump, Melania wrote to Maxwell to praise a New York Magazine profile of Jeffrey Epstein and express interest in meeting. So if anybody's going to be called in front of this House Oversight Committee, I want to see President
Everyone
Trump.
should be called.
I want to see.
Everyone should be
I want to
called.
see First Lady Melania. I want to see the Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. I want to see the
So you
former
wanna
Treasury
see
Larry
folks-
Summers,
yes,
Bill Gates,
yes.
and Elon Musk.
No one is above the law.
Yeah.
Not by rank, not by authority,
That's
not
correct.
by presidential, not by citizen. I hope that when we see someone and they show us who they are, as history does, that we believe them. And I think by those videos, we start to believe who some people could be. I think that we could also understand in this moment that there was
Which
something that
videos?
was very human that I heard President Clinton say. The videos we ran with the Clintons, I do think that it's important to hear his voice in there, that it could be helpful for the victims. And I also believe that they came here kicking and screaming. They did not want to be deposed. They were going to be held in contempt, and
Who, the
that's why they
Clintons?
showed up to be deposed.
Yeah, it was a bipartisan vote.
Yeah, so this is something that they didn't want to have to do. No one does, right? But when they're there, and he's saying, looking back on it, I do feel sorry. I think we saw a bit of humanity that I hope the focus can go back to the victims, that if even hearing that, that someone can look back and think, I should have known. Maybe I should have seen something. Looking back now, I feel this, that they can go back on a path to regaining
Don't you think this
a
has pretty
wholesome
much
heart
this
and
has
healing?
Elizabeth? I think this has backfired on Trump because
I don't
now,
think so.
yeah, because now we've seen
think
a
you
former
want it to, but
president
I don't think it has.
talking, and now we want to. I'll say something you don't hear me say. I'd like to hear more from Trump.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I think
the president?
Here's what I would love. I would love for.
Usually it's like,
But Elizabeth,
no.
would you like to hear President Trump testify?
I would love to hear anyone who needs to testify for the sake of the victims. And I think what happens when we're focused on Hillary slamming her fists and being mad that her photo has been pre-released and how she's been wronged, when the focus is on the women and the victims that have been wronged, and we should be able to mightily surround
can be true at the same time.
No one's above the law. Anyone in question should be.
Well, and Lauren Boebert's release of that photo felt like someone taking a picture of breakfast and like telling people, because when she was asked about it, they said, why did you release the photo? She's like, why not? So that attitude, I think, is dismissive
That's
of the.
so shocking to hear that about Lauren Boebert. She usually has things well in hand.
Is dismissive of the seriousness of what's happening.
Agreed.
So, but what I would say is I do think a lot of the questioning was political, and yet I also think it needed to happen. Because I thought Hillary Clinton kind of wiped the floor in her hearing because she didn't have anything really to offer. But I do believe that some of the other people that didn't come kicking and screaming because they weren't forced to need to be coming. Sonny, you said that. Merrick Garland, James Comey, Eric Holder, they all said in their affidavit, we don't have anything to offer. I'm sorry. You were the Attorney General under Biden. You were the FBI Director under Obama and Trump. You were the Attorney General under Obama. These men knew something.
Amen.
Yeah, they had all access to these files. They all need to be brought in. I'd also like to see
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, but Lutnick, I want to hear him under oath. He commented on some of this when he was in front of another hearing. That man needs to answer for his inconsistency.
And you know what they're going to answer to? They're going to answer to their maker one day. All of them.
Well, that one I
All
know
of them
for
are gonna
sure.
answer to their maker.
In the meantime, let's get them
them
here so we can watch it.
In the meantime, correct.
And you
It
know,
should only be true, Elizabeth.
I don't
hope
want
you're
to
right.
see any more videos. I want to watch the proceedings. I need it to be live so I can watch
that's what the
and
Clintons
hear.
wanted.
Well, that's what I want too.
That's what the American people want.
Well, it's what we should have. Listen, if we're taking people down, you want to make sure that you got all your ducks in a row, you have everything done, and you can prove what you're saying. That's the whole point of this. If you have information, and the women do, they said this is what's happened, and now every day they have to be reliving this because these fools in Washington don't recognize what a hassle they're going to have if they don't get themselves together.
And also, Whoopi, don't you think we should be hearing more from the survivors? I don't feel that we hear enough from these girls. I want to see them on television.
They haven't been interviewed. They haven't been interviewed by the Department of Justice.
I want to hear from them.
You know what? I don't know that they would be as comfortable. I don't know.
Well, some of them have indicated that they do want to speak with members of the Department of Justice.
But I think Joy is talking about, coming and sitting with us and talking to us. I don't know if everybody wants to do that.
In the media.
But, the media, I don't know the media.
I'd like to see them wherever we can see them.
I need to make it clear that all prominent figures in the Epstein files, including President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump, have denied any wrongdoing and any knowledge of Epstein's crimes.
Do it under oath. Fine.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. The majority of Americans do not support the U.S. attacks on Iran, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio is getting pushback after his latest justification for the strikes. Take a look.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. And then we would all be here answering questions about why we knew that and didn't act.
I don't know what he's talking
And
about.
this operation is not going over with some of MAGA's most vocal public supporters either. Take a look.
This war is not being waged on behalf of American national security objectives to make the United States safer or richer. This war is waged purely because Israel wanted it to be waged.
I don't think those 4 service members died for the United States. I think they died for Iran or for Israel.
I was out there on the front lines for Make America Great Again. And Make America Great Again was supposed to be America first. What is happening to the man that I supported, you supported, a year in, and we're in another war, and we've got American troops being killed?
And just to put a button on it, you know who just said in an interview that MAGA loves what he's doing. But it sounds like there's a little bit of discord here. There's a lot of angry people.
You know, there's something fishy about why he did it to me. I don't trust him anyway, and they all lie. But why is he really doing this? First of all, he knows that his administration is in trouble because people want the prices of food to go down, they want eggs to go down, they want gas to go down, and things are going up because of this. Gas is now at a higher point. The Dow dropped 880 points this morning. Oil prices are up 10%.
Right.
So why is he doing this? Possibly it's a distraction, like a wag the dog situation.
I don't think this one is.
You don't? One of my friends said, I asked one of my friends who's more of an expert than I am, certainly I don't have any expertise on international affairs, except the ones that I've had.
But only you can do something like that.
What was I saying?
About your many international affairs.
My friend said that he thinks that Netanyahu convinced him, Trump, that this would be good for his legacy. What legacy? The minute he is out, every name is coming off of every building. No one's going to ever hear from him again. So I don't know about that. I think he feels he's in trouble. God knows what's in those Epstein files. It must be horrendous.
No.
No?
No.
What do you think?
Okay.
I'll tell you when we
well,
come
I
back.
guess we're going to talk more about it when we come back. We were talking about MAGA's reaction to the U.S. strikes on Iran, and I just want to point out that this week they are set to vote on the war powers resolutions to limit, whose military operations in Iran. But given that the strikes have already happened, it's really not going to have that much of an impact.
Well, this has been successful. The strikes have been successful, taking out the terrorist regime in Iran, 40 leaders, along with the Ayatollah. There's more to be known about where that military location was placed next to a school, and we're still learning about that. They are attacking civilians. We are attacking military
175
locations.
people, most of them children, were killed in that strike.
If I could just say this. Number one, Megyn Kelly's clip that we ran before is saying who those troops died for. How dare you, Megyn Kelly? How dare you tell a military person who has sacrificed their lives for our nation in our uniform, when they are sacrificing their lives in our uniform, how dare you tell them or their families or our nation what they died for?
Oh, you better be careful. She'll come right back at you. She's like a roller derby.
I'm not afraid of her. But I have my heart with my friends in the military. You do not get to authorize who they died for. So let me just clear that up. So I'm not, and I come here. I may vote Republican and I'm a conservative, but I'm a thinking woman. And I have a heart with this war or military attack.
Well, one thing,
are you glad that the leaders there are gone, that they're not flinging women off buildings and gay people off buildings
Well,
anymore?
one thing I'd like to bring up is that it's interesting that people campaign on no war, and what we see across administrations, not in one political party, is when they're in the rooms where the national security things are shared with them, they seem to make similar decisions, which is less about why did Trump flip-flop and what does he know in those rooms. The generals are not political. They go in there and they typically serve for their entire lives. So what I do trust is when they're in those rooms. Hillary Clinton came and sat at our table and spoke to us during commercial when President Biden and Vice President Harris were getting crap for how they handled the attack on Israel. And President Clinton said they're doing the right thing. She's a Democrat. So what I'm saying is the reason these administrations are aligning is they know things we actually don't know in these rooms. And I absolutely trust that this was the right decision for the moment.
Well, I don't necessarily trust that it's the right decision of the moment, because I think Rubio's war remarks seem to be going back and forth. I mean, what we're hearing now is, that Israel was going to strike first. And so a smaller ally, America, who America funds, who America provides weapons to, was able to lure us into a war.
No,
where
they used our intelligence.
They used our intelligence, and they also are using our fighters. We're also sending bombs.
They were a month out from creating a nuclear weapon.
Do it quick,
we don't know that.
Going to break.
But let me also say, this is going to cost $210 billion to American taxpayers. We could eradicate homelessness in the United States for $10 billion. And so When people get voted for Trump are talking about America first, that is not America first.
It's a Women's History Month celebration when female business owners take over a special edition of View Your Deal to offer you exclusive savings of at least half off. Get shopping at viewyourdeal.com now.
Well, welcome back. Zach Braff is back in the revival of the new deeply beloved sitcom Scrubs. His character, JD, has been promoted to chief of medicine at Sacred Heart Hospital, but he can't make everyone on staff happy about how he's running stuff. Take a look.
None of this is personal, okay?
Well, it feels personal, JD. Like those new paper towel dispensers, you know they don't sense my...
Cold, pasty death mitts?
Exactly. Look, you used to walk into bathrooms and get paper towels for me, and now you're weaponizing them.
I need to make some cuts around here, Elliot.
Thanks for the new buffer, Chief. You even sprung for the heated seat I wanted. My toasty buns, thank you.
That is a standard feature when you go with emerald green.
Ugh.
Careful, he's got it set to super shine.
Please welcome Zach Braff. Wow, hey.
Great to see you. Hi, Whoopi.
Hi, honey, how are you?
I'm excellent when I'm with you.
Well, thank you. Isn't
that the truth?
Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But you know, 17 years since you did the original show, really wrapped Scrubs, and the cast is wonderful, and everybody's back for the revival. And when you said, you know what, we think it's a good idea, we want to bring it back, did they absolutely say it's a great idea and yes, or did you have to fight?
And you all look the same. How do you all look the same? I can't even tell when the clip's
I've got a little gray going on. I think, you know, that there's so much going on in the world, as you've been discussing, and the show is very heartwarming. It's funny, and it's like a hug. You know, Bill Lawrence, who created the show, he also created Ted Lasso. And if you remember Ted Lasso during lockdown, it kind of felt like the whole world needed a nice hug.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this show is like that. It's funny, it's got a lot of heart, and I think it's a great time for the world to have a show like this.
And nostalgia.
Yes.
That is so valuable when you pull on people's hearts like that.
And you directed the first episode.
Yes.
Well
Good
done.
for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, but things have changed since it was first on. I mean, this is a show that really changed the way TV comedy could be done, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
But let me finish my question.
Sorry.
But things have changed. People are more uptight. Politically correctness has entered the mainstream.
Yes.
How are you dealing with that?
Well, a lot of it is real in the hospital. Things you could say and do back in the day you can't do now. John C. McGinley's character, Dr. Cox, would berate the interns. You're not allowed to berate interns anymore. No. And we introduced this character, Vanessa Bayer, the brilliant Vanessa Bayer, who plays an HR woman. There she is, doing her thing.
I love her.
She kind of, as they have in real hospitals these days, they have wellness programs, they have all these things put in place. So we still have some of our edgy humor, but when someone steps over the line, Vanessa Bayer puts them in her place.
You got to be careful now.
Yeah.
So it's like Blazing Saddles would never pass muster right now, for example.
Yes, for example, yes, I agree.
And there are even more recent ones as well.
Yeah.
Well, what hasn't changed is that JD and Turk remain the best TV bromance of all time, in my opinion.
Thank you.
You and Donald Faison became best friends when you started the show in 2001. I remember you co-hosted the Fake Doctors, Real Friends podcast, which I may have contributed to this show coming back.
Yeah, definitely.
What was it like in the early days, though, of the show? And were you guys getting invited to, like, all the cool parties?
Oh, well, Donald was already famous. He had been on Clueless, and he was in Remember the Titans.
Yes.
And I was waiting tables, so I had no idea. Donald was, like, at the club, you know? So I couldn't get into the club at all. And he was sort of showing me the ropes of how to, you know, be in the nightlife, because I certainly was just, you know, I'd never been exposed to anything like that. And he was sort of my my sensei, showing me how to have fun out on the town.
Okay.
Whoopi knows, Donald.
Oh gosh.
Yes, yes.
But you started this as a young kid, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And like you've had so much success. Like you talk about waiting tables, right? So you've waited tables. Now you're creative. You're directing. You're starring. You're writing.
Yeah.
You have this can-do about you that's so cool. Where's that come from?
I've just always had a lot of drive. You know, my father, I think, instilled it in me, and I just always, I just dreamed big, and I just never stopped. And I think that's probably the reason. I just always thought, you know what? I try and manifest a lot of things. I have this whiteboard in my house. I really believe in whiteboarding things now.
Yeah.
And I write down even things I think are insane. I just think that'll never happen. That'll never happen. And it magically, like 80% of it happens if you write it down.
Magic. You're doing it.
Zach, the last time you were here for your film, A Good Person, which if you have not seen it, see it immediately.
Yes, thank you.
I loved it. I cried over it.
You cried in the interview, as I recall.
Also in the interview
She
as
just
well,
cries. She
which
cries.
occasionally happens. But you directed Morgan Freeman in that, and now you're directing another legend, Harrison Ford, on the show Shrinking.
Yeah.
First of all, so clearly what's happening in that photo?
I told him a story I probably can't tell here, but I love making him laugh. He's just a lovely man, Harrison, and he's gruff, very gruff. But once you get past that, we have a good time together.
Do you ever have moments, you know, you mentioned you're this boy from New Jersey, where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm directing Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out, I'm making him laugh. Does it ever hit you, or is it?
I just try. The secret is that these men, Morgan Freeman, Harrison Ford, they're so used to people being weird around them. And I think my main secret is that I just act like they're not famous. They're nobody.
Yeah.
And that relaxes them. And then
That's how I treat Whoopi.
Yeah. I have to give myself a pep talk sometimes, and you know, because
she does, and I can hear it.
You know, Morgan lost a bet to me, and for years he was my outgoing voicemail message.
Really?
Yes, because
that's
he bet me, and so for years my message was, "Hello, this is Morgan Freeman. Zach Braff can't come to the phone right now."
Oh, that's so good. I like that.
I love that.
Now, you grew up in South Orange, New Jersey, as Sarah said, and you were not the only one in your class, I understand it, that made it big. So who was walking along those halls? What was in the water?
Well, Whoopi and I know this young woman, Lauryn Hill, was at my high school.
I know Lauryn Hill.
Really?
And Lauryn Hill and I, we were the two actors at Columbia High School in South Orange, New Jersey, who were commuting, Maplewood, New Jersey, who were commuting into the city to audition when we were both young. Wow. And Lauren started on a soap opera, and then Whoopi cast her in Sister Act 2. And then, you know, I got a couple things, and so I've known Lauren forever. She was at my bar mitzvah when I was 13 years old.
That is incredible.
Yeah, it's a very, very random fact.
Not many people can say that.
No.
That's right. But I'm shocked that nobody said, did she sing?
I was going to say that.
I know you were, so ask.
What?
Did she sing?
In high school?
Yeah.
No, at the bar mitzvah.
Oh, at the bar mitzvah, no.
Okay.
Not yet, but she was on Apollo, if everyone, and for people who know, like, that was her first thing, was that she was on Late Night at the Apollo.
Yeah. Wow. Zach, this is your table. You always come back to us.
Thank you, Whoopi. Thank you guys for having me.
Our thanks to Zach Braff. Scrubs airs Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC, and it streams the next day on Hulu and on Hulu on Disney+. Please rewrite that thing. Is it Hulu on Hulu Plus?
Hulu on Disney Plus.
Whatever they're saying.
It's on Hulu. ABC at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays and Hulu the next day. Go check it out.
Yes. Welcome back. Broadcast journalist and former GMA anchor Joan Lunden is taking you along her trailblazing journey of breaking barriers on and off camera in her new memoir, Joan, Life Beyond the Script. Please welcome Joan Lunden.
Thank you very much. We were just talking backstage, a bunch of us, and they said, "You look so hip." I said, When I was on GMA, we had to look so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it was back in the
This is
day
fabulous.
where our clothes, and when we were pregnant, it was like a tent. It was, but our clothes were boring.
Well, and I'm sure they ran a tight ship on image because I know along the way when they make phone calls about what you're allowed to wear and what you're not.
Oh, back then?
I cannot even imagine.
It was 1977 when I started working on Good Morning America.
Right.
Like you wore like these little suits with these little blouses.
You look exactly the same, Joan. You haven't aged your bit.
Aside from the outfit, the hip outfit. Yeah. Joan, we have to ask you a quick family update because you have 7 children, 3 grown daughters from your first marriage, 2 sets of twins in their 20s with your wonderful husband, Jeff. So how is everybody and what kind of parent were you the second time around?
Doesn't make any difference how many presidents I've covered. It's always the 7 kids that get the audience.
Yes.
So my 3 older girls who are all here with me today.
Oh, hi.
And they literally grew up. What's that? Jamie, Lindsay, Sarah.
Jamie. I remember
You
Jamie.
changed Jamie's diapers.
I remember, yeah.
Not willingly.
Joan and I worked together at Good Morning America. I was answering phones, and she was a big star.
Is that the job you got fired from?
Hello, yeah.
Do you know how she
fire her?
She didn't fire me.
Do you know how she used to answer the phone? They'd ask where you were, and what would you say?
I'd say she's upstairs lactating. Because you were always pregnant and always breastfeeding.
I heard her say that.
Where is she? I'd say, how do I know? I don't know where she is. She's upstairs, you know.
This is what it was like when somebody called me.
Well, there I am.
So what
That's great. Well, Joan, your career in television wasn't necessarily your plan. Your father was a cancer surgeon, and you thought you would follow in his footsteps until a family friend suggested that you become a newscaster. And the TV landscape was actually, of course, very different back then in the 70s. Women weren't featured on television news, except for our very own Barbara Walters, who you ended up working with at ABC. So tell us, what did you learn from Barbara, and was she a role model to you?
Absolutely. In 1973, there were hardly any women on any newscast, local or network. And a family friend who was an ad salesman said, you should really look into TV news. It was like bizarre. Wow. And he said, no, that NOW, National Organization of Women, they're suing all the different stations. And the network is really pressing local stations to put women on. So he wrote out the name of the news director and a phone number. And the next day I picked up the phone and called. And the guy said, I was told that I should take a meeting with you, that I'd be impressed. So what are you doing at 2? I said, I'm coming to see you. And I went in and he auditioned me, which blew my mind.
Do you remember who he was?
Yeah, Paul Thompson. Okay. He's not with us anymore, but and he said, you have something. You've got, I think, maybe that it factor, but I don't have a job. But the weatherman was back behind the set, drawing with a felt tip pen the H's and the L's onto the big plastic maps. And he followed me into the parking lot and he said, I would like to start putting a Sacramento weather girl. Like some stations around the country are doing this. That sounded completely uninteresting, to be very honest, but I said, okay. And he said, okay, Monday morning, 5 o'clock. Oh. Wow. I said, 5 a.m. I mean, it was doomed right from the start that it was going to be always early morning. Right. But when I started at GMA, I hadn't been there very long before I got to interview Barbara. I was so nervous because my first job at this local affiliate was that I could watch the Today Show in the morning when I started anchoring there, and I could pull pieces from that show and put them on our noon news. Right. So when Barbara, she was it. That was my shero. Yeah. And so she came in, and I don't remember what she was on, some special, but she pulled me aside during the commercial break and she said, don't fight for equality because it's not that time yet, not here, not in society. Really? Take every small story that they will allow you to do and make it a gem, make it shine. If you keep doing that, you just keep doing that and your star will rise. Yeah. And I followed that plan and it worked.
Right.
Wow.
She was right about a lot.
That's great advice.
I mean, that's really great advice for anybody, man or woman, but certainly for women, because I kind of feel like we always have to, I don't know, just
You did
do
it-
something
you
to
did it for
show our
me.
worth.
Yeah. You did that for me. I have to say thank you because, and I had the chance of being by Barbara's side for 10 years here. Got my master's in broadcasting from her, but it was you that made it possible. The first day that you got the job at GMA, you found out you were pregnant.
Yeah.
And then you were doing the job, nursing babies in the back, trying to feed them and do this job as a woman. And for me, I had all three of our, oh my gosh.
That was
But
my
you-
little Jamie. They gave me a dressing room right next to mine. And one morning, Barbara came in, and she said hi to us in the makeup room. She started going down the hall, and all of a sudden, I saw her stopped at that door, and she was like, I don't believe what I'm looking at.
Wow. Yes, but you made it possible, and you made it comfortable for someone like me to do this job here at ABC and have my three babies
Thank
here
you.
and pumping
Thank
in the
you.
back with the sound of
Yeah.
that pump, then coming out and reporting on
Okay, so
something.
now they have
thank
all
you.
these fancy breast pumps.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't have so much of that.
Oh,
in
I have
19
a Rolls
in
Royce.
1979. So I decided, how am I going to do this? So I asked my agent to call ABC and say, can I bring my baby with me? Because I'm breastfeeding. You couldn't say breastfeeding on television in 1979.
Oh, that's right.
So I thought, that's good. He's like silent. It's going to be a hard phone call. But they wanted me on the show before the fall season started. So they said yes, and kudos to ABC for saying yes.
Yeah. Wow.
But then, of course, I had to come down, do the show.
That's right.
And, all right, I'll give you one. I'm interviewing some senator about, I think Ronald Reagan was president, talking about the trickle-down economics.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, obviously, Jamie was ready to feed, and I had
started leaking.
inflation and trickled down.
That's how
Hairdresser
trickle
came down with the blow dryer.
My milk has come in talking about this and seeing those already.
That and more stories in Joan's new book, Life Beyond the Script. It's out now. You can scan the QR code and get it. But members of the studio audience, you are all going home with a copy of it right now. And we'll be right back. So, Joy's Behind is on the Behind the Table podcast today. We want you all to have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view. And do not despair, because we are all in this together, and we'll get through it. We'll see you tomorrow.